Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time on this opening day of the LAN here for Starladder Season 11. The finals are upon us. We've got $130,000 to give away to these Dota teams.
The giveaway.
Like
they don't have to earn it.
Just handing it over. Here, it's a gift. It's post-Christmas. You showed up. You get some money. That is true. Everybody gets some money, I think, for just being here, which is nice. But in the context of the here and now, Merlini, we have but one game left. The Game 3, the decider of PR versus NiP. Who goes on to the winner bracket semifinals and, well, who goes down to the losers bracket and has to battle their way from the trench.
I want to try and find out Veno's damage for last game.
He is the big damage dealer. Now you can see the bracket here. The winner of this will be facing Asus Polar coming up in the semifinals. Empire Navi, that first set of semifinals. The CIS grudge match, the showdown. Where is this Venomancer's damage?
15,000.
Okay.
Tiny's was 11,000. And Zeus's was 23,000.
Okay. Well, that makes some sense, and it gives us some intel as to how potent Venomancer actually is. And those DOT heroes, it's sort of easy to look at and go, oh yeah, it's DOTs, that they hurt a little bit, but that shit really adds up.
Radiant team
It really does.
So, I mean,
Damage
how
doesn't
irritating
lie.
is Veno? Do you consider banning him? I mean, I don't
Yes,
think
I think you've.
is the issue, but
I remember one of the teams that played against Ninjas in Pajamas like 3 or 4 weeks ago. They just first banned Veno after playing against it once. They're just like, screw this, and then they won actually pretty easily. So
screw this. No more Venomancer.
Power Rangers could also first pick it, although that's not necessarily a hero.
I'm curious as to why NiP hate Dazzle so much. They have first banned Dazzle 3 out of 3 games
Radiant team pick.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Dazzle's strong, but he has some obvious counters. Axe is one of them. It just seems like an odd choice to be your go-to first ban.
Power Rangers don't run Axe that often, though.
No. You mean Ninjas in Pajamas don't run Axe that often?
No, Power Rangers.
NiP banned Dazzle. So if they're afraid of Dazzle, they could pick Axe to counter it.
10 seconds.
Well,
follow what I'm saying here?
Sorry. I don't,
Jesus.
my brain is
It's been a
fried.
long day, folks. Bear with us for our final game.
I mean, does it counter Veno? Maybe, kind of. They could just go with Mass Heal, like Witch Doctor Necro.
Yeah, I mean, if they ban out the AA, that limits your options to kind of deal with that. So Power Rangers again with the Witch Doctor. 3 for 3 picking the Witch Doctor.
I mean, even if they wanted to do a first phase Dazzle ban, I think they can sneak in an Axe later on. I think there are higher priority heroes to deal with.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Dazzle is, he's annoying, he's strong, he's a good support, but you know he ain't no Wisp.
They could be scared of some
him.
combos too, like Dazzle Brew.
Okay.
Pretty formidable combo. Dazzle Bristle. You know, some of these
Reserve time.
tougher to deal. Even Dazzle Axe, even in combination, is a little difficult.
that's true. Blocking the counters and making that Axe quite beefy. So PR, they will stick to their guns. They ban out the Lycan and the Vengeful Spirit this time around. NiP, without first pick, they don't want to hand over the Wisp. So it makes some sense they ban it out here, as it was instrumental to their success in Game 2. The real question is, though, what do NiP open with? And they are considering this themselves. Lion, here we go. Lion Viper, totally switching it up here in Game 3.
Team pick.
We have not seen either of these heroes yet this series.
No Jug, which they had a lot of success with in Game 1. Yeah, Lion Viper, pretty unusual opener. I guess Lion's a little bit more fire style. Viper is just really annoying to deal with. Maybe they just like the poison bros.
They just like poison in general. Team DOT.
It's great for the small skirmishes that they tend to frequent.
It does fit into their play style, I think. You can make a case for that. Viper, I want to say was he banned out in Game 1? I think they did throw a Viper ban at least one of the games. NiP, if I recall correctly, they are the team that really likes Viper. I'm going to pull up my notes here. Let's do some research. Let's get serious.
So a lot of these games have just not been very team fight heavy. No Tide Hunter, Brewmaster. We saw one Faceless Void, and he was completely ignored in the second game, even though he did have one game-ending ultimate. And I guess Witch Doctor is kind of team fighty, but not so much.
NiP is the Viper team. He's only 3-1 on this patch, but last patch they were 7-2 with him. He is definitely one of their go-tos. for core heroes. Power Rangers, second pick on the Bat Rider, so they'll even switch it up a little bit here and
Dire team
get a little fire for that initiation.
Bat Rider. Bat Rider, Bat Rider, Bat Rider. The natures probably did seem a little bit lacking for them.
Radiant team ban.
Bat Rider for Cheshire Cat is... It's just a nice way for them to initiate. I feel like last game they couldn't really ever... Like, all the time they had to rely on Glimpse for pickoffs. And after that, it's like, okay, now we can go in. But that was pretty much a 5-on-1 situation. But like in a 5-on-5 situation, they had to rely like on a BKB initiate from PA,
Dire
which
team
actually
ban.
isn't ideal in the same sense, just because as soon as the BKB over, she's dead. And if
You're
Tiny
done,
isn't
so.
dead, you lost the fight.
Yeah.
And it's just a risky way. And with the Bat Rider initiate, it's just nice. I think in game number 1, they had 3
10
cores,
seconds
and
remaining.
it seems a little bit safer for them to go with the multiple fallback
Radiant
plans.
Yeah.
team pick.
Bat Rider just gives them a layer of control that they were really lacking in game number 2. Ninjas in Pajamas, they decide what they want to ban out, the Necrophos and then the Disruptor. PR will ban out the Fairy Dragon once more. The CIS Dream, I guess you could call him. Slark, though, the second core for NiP and their third pick.
Great versus Bat Rider in lane. Decent against him later on.
Well, Veno again, but this time on the other side of the fence. We saw 8 Mother in the first 2 games play it, and now PR will have a go with the Veno themselves.
Good old Venomancer.
So is that your...
I think it's core Veno.
I think so, too. Is that your Shotchlo hero, probably?
I think it's Shotchlo.
I don't think Ditya plays Veno.
Radiant team
Just doesn't
pick.
fit his
Diddy's
playstyle.
a hard carried, man.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. And Cheshire Cat will most certainly take the Bat Rider. Ninjas in Pajamas strike right back with the Grand Magus himself, and that will be Ruby Tuesday. Rubik.
Yeah, the Bat Rider pick was, I guess, set up by the Venge ban, but at the same time, there's a lot of ways to deal with Bat Rider. And I think Slark and Rubik are actually 2 of the better ones if you can't get
10
your
seconds
hands on
remaining.
Vengeful Spirit. Quick cast time on Rubik Telekinesis,
5
repositioning
seconds
so that your
remaining.
hero doesn't get lassoed into them, and Slark just taking out the Napalm stacks. And
Reserve time.
he can also counter-initiate. If he gets a Blink Pounce,
And even Viper is not that bad against Bat Rider. You have a slow if he isn't the lasso target to try and stop Bat Rider a little bit, and if Bat Rider grabs Viper, he's got all that magic resistance and generally just a tanky force. He's not too susceptible. Well,
I think he...
what is this COD swallow Merlini? Anti-Mage, 4th pick.
That's a Ditya Ra hero.
Yep, sure is.
It's pretty good for NiP's lineup. They don't have too much physical damage. A lot of magic. Not yet, at least. It's a
10
nice farmer. I
seconds
think
remaining.
Power Rangers does better when the opposing team feels the pressure
5
to make the
seconds
moves,
remaining.
and then their supports can play very, very reactively or create a lot of space for the
Reserve
anti-mage.
time.
When Ninjas in Pajamas doesn't really feel that threat, like they did with a Tiny, like, okay, we're just going to trade farm. Power Rangers doesn't seem to pull out in that.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what Game 1 was all about. Power Rangers always had somebody farming. Even when they were fighting, if they were taking 4-on-4s, 4-on-5s, they pretty much consistently kept somebody in a lane farming. It's at the end of the game, but consistently through the mid-game, and that's what kind of gave them that edge. Even in those early on skirmishes, it was either the Necro farming or the Shadow Fiend. Someone was getting some income, and that just opened up so much potential for them to play a little more aggressive, a little more greedy, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think it does suit their play style a bit more if they can kind of sit back and not be on the clock.
team
And
ban.
NiP also has terrible push. Like, their push is not very good.
Nether Toxin is basically their push.
Venomancer and Bat Rider should be more than sufficient to hold off towers until Anti-Mage gets fairly strong.
10
And
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
Anti-Mage, decent versus Slark. I mean, both can be like the Abyssal buddies, but
Dire team
Anti-Mage,
pick.
Oh, Abyssal Buddies.
Abyssal buddies.
That sounds so nice.
It is nice.
It is nice.
It is nice being able to carry around that item.
Yeah, just makes you feel powerful, you know? You got that power. No
Yeah.
BKB for you.
Abyssal, more expensive than Rapier.
Good item. Ninjas in Pajamas. What do they need with their
10
last pick?
seconds
It's
remaining.
another core, and presumably their off laner. Lots of choices available. PR
5
take out the
seconds
Brood Mama,
remaining.
But Centaur, the Watermelon, Mr. Tidehunter still available.
Reserve time.
LC, also an option.
LC, yeah, Weaver. I don't think they want to go Weaver here. They need somebody with a bit more control. Anytime I see Veno, Weaver always just pops in the back of my head of just a hero that does well with all the slows and what have you, but in the nature of time-lapse, good against DOTs.
Yeah, and I don't think they have enough damage from their try to aggro.
10
Like
seconds.
Rubik and Lion
remaining.
offer almost no damage at level 1.
Yeah. All right, it is the LC. Okay.
LC is
Radiant
picked
team
pretty
pick.
often versus Bat. And it's good lockdown versus Anti-Mage, since the Anti-Mage is pretty...
Yeah.
He's not low armor, but you want to bring him down by right-click since he just has so much magic resist.
Right. So, of course, press the attack. You can cleanse off the lasso, just like a Baden can with his Aphotic Shield. Range is the big issue, though. Press the attack does not have a particularly long range. So if LC's in the right place at the right time, can really shut down the Bat Rider, but I think often easier said than done because
5
LC's
seconds remaining.
focusing on duels, working on other things when Bat Rider's often jumping in your face.
Reserve time.
And also, of course, a good Bat is privy to the cleanse and will try to lasso around it.
Yeah, have a really quick force.
Yeah, that too. That's the other tool.
Power Rangers liking...
I think they need a support here. I'm still pretty confident it's a core Veno.
Could be Omni. Omni, I think, would be amazing. For them.
Omni would be great here. They go with the Shadow Demon. Okay, so
So Omni, Shadow Demon, these two heroes are pretty good at dealing with the duel from Legion Commander. Defensive Disrupt, amazing with Anti-Mage, and one of the classic partners for this hero. And it's also really good versus Lion and Viper and Slark. He's good versus all these. Only problem is Shadow Demon I haven't seen with too much success lately.
no, I haven't either. I've only seen him picked a little bit, though. He has not been popular on this patch, or really the patch prior. He's sort of fallen out of favor because of these other heroes, these other supports that are just so good at zoning people out in lane, and that's not really where Shadow Demon shines.
He's decent if you have an aggressive partner. Witch Doctor, not your
Prepare for
ideal
battle.
partner, but
Right, he needs the buddy. He's not like a Skywrath who can do it by himself.
I think sometimes you can if you want to play a more defensive lineup, and I think that's what PR's overall lineup is going for. The
Okay.
defensive Veno wards. Like, they always want NiP to fight into them. They have the late game, slightly better late game, I'd say, with Anti-Mage, just being one of the fastest heroes to get 6-slotted, and then the defensive cast, the fighting into the wards, defensive disrupts, and pulling Bat Rider pulling them into the defensive posture is what PR's lineup is all about.
Yeah. Oh, Cheshire Cat. He's in the danger zone. NiP going to walk over. He puts the ward down and goes, uh-oh, I better Firefly the hell out of here. And he will, but that's maybe a heart palpitation there for the cat. But he'll be okay. All right, let's introduce some rosters here, Merlini. It's the final game of the night,
30
folks. Bear with
seconds
us.
to
Expect a pair of clown shoes to come out here and there as, fatigue is definitely starting to set in. We've got Power Rangers, the team that took game number 1 on the Radiant side. Cheshire Cat takes the Bat Rider here. Shotchlo will be on the Venomancer, headed to the mid lane. And it looks like PR gearing up for an aggro try here, Merlini. NS again on the Witch Doctor, the stand-in in the stead of J4. 3 for 3 games now with the Witch Doctor. Seneko takes the Shadow Demon. That puts Dityara on the
The
Anti-Mage.
battle begins.
Well, both teams are aggroing. That's unusual.
Yeah, it certainly is. Not common on this patch.
I'm far more surprised that NiP's aggroing.
Money changes hands.
Yes. The PR aggro try isn't that bad. Witch Doctor and Shadow Demon, pretty good in tri-lane scenarios. Dire side.
Oh, they already smoked up. Seal Kid and Handskin.
Here we go. Yeah, Seal Kid on the Rubik, Handskin on the line. This will be your support duo. We'll see where they end up. Jonas will go off lane on the LC. 8 Mother goes mid on the Viper, and that's where they will try to strike first. They want to find blood on this Venomancer, a susceptible target, decent
Unfortunately,
positioning.
not a good block for a Mother.
Ooh, that's costly.
I don't, see,
Can they
I
even
still
do
don't know
this?
if they have enough damage. Oh, there it goes.
The ward sees it. Handskin smoke gets broken. And Rubik will break his as he tries to commit into the tower. Can't get in range for the telekinesis. And 8 Mother finds a victory, or pardon me, Shotchlo finds a victory as he reveals that smoke.
Great play from him. Great block.
And Era, last but not least, will be safe lane Slark. And this is obviously not going to be an easy lane for him. 1v3 for now, but NiP are rotating. Jonas and Cheshire Cat will square off, and that'll open up the Dire supports to move into the jungle, and looks like they will just have to support Era in a try-on-try scenario.
So looking at these lanes, Yeah, I mean, NiP with the aggro try, I don't know whether they were trying to dodge PR's aggro try, which they might have been expecting.
Are you sure they were actually committing to an aggro try and not just going for a smoke gank that backfired?
I don't think they were going for it. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I'm just wondering what the plan was here. We'll hold that thought, though, as up top. An engagement breaks out. Telekinesis on Dityara to get it started, but there's Seneko. Sets it up with the disruption. Stun from Hanskin. Connects on Seneko, but Seal Kid in a lot of trouble. The cask bouncing around. First blood is drawn. It's Shadow Demon that gets the bonus gold. Power Rangers, the team to strike first.
Fantastic sidestep by NS to dodge that impale so he could follow up after the disruption. Hanskin was looking out for that. He wanted to prevent the follow-up and the disruption on his weak Rubik support. And
very well played.
I mean, their supports are nice, but I think this is more like okay, Lion, you zone now, Rubik, you go pool, that sort of support duo. Like the synergy in between these two.
They're not a tri-lane support duo. That is scary. Definitely not.
Double damage.
Yeah, you know, you'll see like Rubik with an Ancient Apparition or something like that because there's obvious synergy. You've got nuke damage, Telekinesis sets up for Cold Feet, and AA provides that much-needed Chilling Touch to give you the damage. Lion, you can kind of set up for somebody else. You have two really good setup heroes, but where's the follow-up damage?
Where's the damage?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, where's the damage? Period. I guess that's where Era comes in. Dark Pact, hitting them with the pounce that was recently nerfed. I don't know. This is tricky. So let's check in on the other lanes, though. Bottom, it looks like a fairly even slugfest from Cheshire Cat and Jonas, both with 10 CS. Up top, are we going to see some more aggression? Double damage on the Lion may deter the Power Rangers. Indeed it will. Mid lane, Shotchlo versus Viper. Poison on poison, Merlini. Ooh, this is a fun one, huh? Viper decimating Shotchlo. 17-10 versus the 5-0 Venomancer.
That's Viper for you. He's a lane winner.
He sure is. This is more than a victory, though. This is lane domination. He's taking Veno by the haunches, man.
So Batrider picks up a bottle already. Looks like LC will be able to snag the rune. No bottle on her just yet. And it looks like PR able to get away with the big pull.
And down bottom, they'll try and snipe as many last hits as they can. Dityara farming very well up here. 16-1 compared to the 7-0 Slark. So the lane's a little bit lopsided. Top going the way of PR, mid going the way of NiP, and bottom is about to break even. Earth Spike will miss from the high ground from Hanskin as they do fight for that 4-minute rune and leave Dityara to his own devices. Illusion picked up by the Shadow Demon. Hanskin closing in on Boots, the level 3 Lion, and Seal Kid only level 2 on the Rubik. Supports on the Radiant side. NS, soon to be level 3. Seneko, exact same boat. The support's pretty even, but it's Dityara that's making the disparity.
I mean, look at Era's position. He's so far away from the creeps.
He has to be. He doesn't have a choice.
But the supports are getting levels, which is very important for NiP.
Yeah, two supports that are very hungry for experience, both of them with key ultimates at 6, and that is that first milestone you need to hit. Shadow Demon, on the other hand, not so concerned about level 6. Sure, experience is great, but he's happy to be level 3.
And these are supports that are very vulnerable to like a Blink Manta anti-mage later in the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There are no, like, Sand King, I think, is pretty good at dodging and being able to gank him.
Rotation down bottom. Seneko coming down to find Jonas. Batrider, only level 5, but he will soon ding 6. As soon as he does, he's going to go in for the lasso. Great setup from PR. Seneko's right there. Soul Catcher comes out onto Jonas. And can they actually secure the kill here? They'll set it up with the disruption, get some fire down, and LC in a lot of trouble. As we're watching this, we'll miss another kill in the other lane. And are they actually going to find this? We're going to check in up top. And, it's kills all over the place. So they don't get the kill down bottom. Instead, up top, Lion finds a kill onto the Witch Doctor support. And mid, Ape Mother gets a solo kill on the Venomancer. So NiP striking in the other lane.
Very smart. As soon as they see the Shadow Demon on bottom lane, they're like, okay, well, let's just go on top.
Yeah.
Make them...
I think the Viper kill mid was just a happenstance that it was around that same time, but Viper just completely dominating now, and you're going to see Shotchlo get dominated on once more. Seal Kid on his way, Telekinesis to set it up, Hanskin there with the Hex. Can they bring him down fast enough? A TP in from the Witch Doctor, they get the Veno, maybe they can get NS as well. Cask doesn't find the bounces he's looking for. Ape Mother wants to dive the tower, but not tanky enough. Can't take the heat, and he will have to get out of the kitchen. And
Now
more
he gets a haste
simultaneous
rune.
kills. LC also got picked in the bottom lane. So Dityara and Shadow Demon set that one up. This is erupting into some chaos here, Merlini.
Yeah, this is typical anti-mage shenanigans.
Just little
early in
pickoffs
the
here
game.
and there. All right. Got to keep this IAPM going here. So Ditya goes for power treads first. Not going to rush a naked Battle Fury. Does feel the need to be a little more combative. Has already picked up 2 assists, so has paid off a little bit. 2 points in the stats. 1-1-1 otherwise, so a little bit beefier than perhaps your average anti-mage at this level. LC now finds level 6, has a duel, and AM needs to be a little bit careful. Dire, get down a sentry ward, make sure there's no lane ward down. Another TP on the way. Seal Kid's already here. Lion's coming.
Everyone's expecting a duel, so
Yep.
Steel Kid rotates in, and then NS rotates in because he expects them to come in with a duel.
Yep, and it looks like that will kind of create this stalemate here in the bottom lane. Bat Rider working the jungle, working on that.
Dityara is about to get caught.
Oh, there's the telekinesis. Jonas coming in. Duel, he'll find it. NS is there trying to heal as best he can. No, he's not. He doesn't have Voodoo Restoration on. They will get off the defensive disruption. Dityara survives. Jonas takes a mana void, and they get the kill. Compliments of the Maldive.
Great, but once again.
It's a hasted Viper, though. This is scary. NS definitely going to fall here. Healing as much as he can. Sineko out of mana. No way to defensively disrupt himself, and it will be 8 Mother. That cleans house. NiP coming out ahead.
That haste rune.
Good timing to get a haste rune.
Veno has not been able to control the runes at all with the supports, constant roaming from the NiP supports.
Now all of a sudden, NiP pulling away with a lot of momentum. Actually, no, it's PR still with the gold lead. A little surprising.
That defensive disrupt was huge.
Yeah.
Huge. It allowed him to, of course, dodge a duel, and then...
Is he going to be able to do it again? Nope, not today. Telekinesis into a stun, into a duel. That'll be the first bat of damage the LC finds. Plus 10 on Jonas. Rinse and repeat. Unfortunately, old Shadow Demon, he had a TP scroll, but not going to be able to get there in time.
Yeah, great D ward coverage by NiP. They need to make sure that they pressure this AM as much as possible. And, I mean, look at Slark in the top lane. He's just in free farm heaven.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
didn't have that great of a time early,
Right,
but...
He'll go for a Recovery Midas, and hardly even a Recovery Midas. It'll be like 10 minutes. That's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
NiP looking to be in pretty good shape. Viper, kind of the staple that's allowing them to make this comeback. #1 on net worth by a pretty big bump. Not all bad news for PR, though. Cheshire Cat's been quiet the last few minutes, going for a fast blink here. He might find a courier, and he does. Cheshire Cat, can he actually kill it, though?
His base damage is way too low.
Yeah, I got too excited and remembered it's Bat Rider. Yeah. But moral of the story here, very close to his blink. He'll find a double stack at this hard camp and should be able to take it out. Shotchlo gets pinged. They're thinking about a move, but he's got some Plague Wards down and will be safe.
Yep, that is the blink. An important turning point for them.
The blink on Bat, Sineko.
Still
down.
good play from Slark or LC can, or even Rubik can counter this sort of initiate. So it is big, but not game-breaking.
LC moving into a stack in the jungle here. Looks like a triple stack. Ogres, Centaurs, and Mud Golems. An odd mishmash of friendly units here. Or maybe not so friendly. Slark will get the Midas as we ding the 10-minute mark. And
another haste rune for NiP that are able to play so aggressively with these.
Who's got it this time around?
LC.
Oh, wow. Stuck in the bottle. Can they actually find a kill off of it, though? Dityara might not be ready for this. They're going to go into the easy camp. Let's take a look at the side vision here. There we go. They hop over. Jonas caught by the lasso, but there's support inbound. Hex onto Dityara right away. Jonas still alive. NS with another beautiful Witch Doctor ult. The Death Ward secures the kill onto LC. PR will find a 1-0. And maybe a 2-0. Hanskin gets left behind. And pops out of the disruption. And that will be 2-0. Power Rangers striking on back.
That was awkward. Dityara was just creeping, and then he quelled the tree to go to the next camp, and then he saw a hero, and then he's like, this anti-mage is alone. Go. And then he didn't realize that there were 3 heroes right next to him.
His entire team is right here to back him up. That was unexpected. Oh, boy. So looking at the graph here, PR get a lot out of that. They'll take the gold lead experience. Still going the way of NiP.
Not only that, they push NiP out of their jungle, which is important for Bat to keep on farming his 4-staff or anti-mage to eventually work on stacks with his Battle Fury. And it's a big
Radiant's
deal.
top tower
3
is
heroes
under
were there,
attack.
and they got punished.
Yep, and Bat with a successful first lasso. Always good news there. Still just continue to
Radiant's
farm away in the
top
dire
tower is
jungle.
under
Great
attack.
efficiency here, leaving the creeps for AM.
Legion Commander smoked up.
Oh.
Smoke popped. Going on Saniko.
Oh, there it is, right onto the Shadow Demon. Plenty of follow-up damage. Rubik and Lion making it happen.
That's awkward positioning by Shadow Demon. Generally, if you're expecting a gank, you'd sit, if Anti-Mage is right about this Observer Ward, you sit over here or here. But with him in that position, they'll just pick him off.
Era getting a lot of space, though, and with this Recovery Midas, now number 3 on net worth, picks up his power treads, and PR might regret giving Era all this room to Rice.
Well, they have to protect the Anti-Mage.
They have to, yeah, but
They can't trade one-on-one Slark for Anti-Mage
Radiant's
because they have the
top
LC
tower is
and
under attack.
the Viper who will keep on getting bigger and bigger. Whereas PR, I mean, Veno's Veno.
oh, mid lane, they go into 8 Mother. Cheshire Cat connects with the lasso. Saneko's there with a Soul Catcher, sets it up with the disruption, but Shotchlo low on mana. They're going to have to let the Viper live. 17 wand charges on him also. He'll be just fine. Bottom lane, they want to have a go on Ditya, it looks like. Trying to find the opening to set it up for LC to secure yet another duel. And with that, another Midas for NiP.
Radiant's
Feeling
top
good right
tower is
now, and
under
they will
attack.
grab more greed. Their second Midas.
Occupy PR's jungle. It's NiP's game plan.
And Slark just pulling further and further ahead of the AM as he picked up that early farming tool on the Midas. AM's progress towards the Battle Fury. A little lackluster. What's on the Courier right now? The Claymore is coming. It's still a good ways away. Only 100 gold, and still no Voidstone.
Radiant's
It's weird
top
that his one
tower is
weapon
under
is like
attack.
all lightning, and like one's broken and one's regular. It's funny. My poor immersion, man.
Why? Yeah, I don't know why one of his is broken.
I think it's just the cosmetic, isn't it? So you can have the offhand and the regular. Yeah, he's just got one weapon. It's one Shard of Vengeance, and that's it. The other one's default. Oh, did ya? Legion Commander. Still pretty far away from the Blink Dagger. Has 20 damage already. Good start for Jonas, but is definitely not
Radiant's
balling
top
out of
tower
control
is under
yet.
attack.
He may get jumped on here, though. They see him. Saneko from the high ground sets it up. Soul Catcher's there. NS channels the ultimate. Purge on top of it. Cheshire Cat with a flame break to bring him back in. Nice pick on the LC as PR take great positioning.
Handskin trying to figure out what that rune is. We'll see that it's a bounty, but it almost cost him his life. And, I mean, in theory, Shadow Demon should be pretty good versus Slark if he goes on a different target, or if he Shadow Dances on a target, you defensively disrupt and you burn one of Slark's big cooldowns. But it rarely works out like that because
Radiant's
Slarks
top
get free
tower
farm
is
and then they
under
just
attack.
kill the Shadow Demon.
And that's exactly what's been happening so far. Arrow with about 1,900. If he wants the Blink Dagger, he's going to have it damn soon. Already level 11 and now number 1 on net worth. Still 900 up over the Anti-Mage.
I think Shadow Blade is slightly better versus the
Radiant's top tower
the
is
Venom
under
wards.
attack.
Up top, fight breaking out. Coming to it a little bit late. Slark in the Shadow Dance already. Handskin on his way in. Full health, full mana. He's got a finger. He's going to drop the hammer on the Shadow Demon. Now he gets flame broken in. The cask bouncing around. It is NiP coming out ahead. Is NS taking a lot of damage. 8 Mother just coming around the backside. Bat Rider and Witch Doctor both dead as NiP take a 3-0, and they will claim a Tier 1 tower as a victory.
Viper, Viper, Viper.
Radiant's
Right place
top
at the
tower
right
has
time to
fallen.
clean them all up.
And this is
Dire's bottom
NiP
tower
with
is
farming
under
tools. They have
attack.
2 Midases, and they're still taking these fights. They're now 3,000 experience up, and at least 1,000 gold in the lead. Will probably update once that tower gold computes. AM still a little ways off the BF.
The supports are just in Strug City.
Yeah, they really are. Let's take a look at
Dire's
levels
bottom
here.
tower
Everyone at
is
least
under
level 6,
attack.
but income-wise, yeesh. That Witch Doctor will not be having an Aghanim's anytime soon this game. That's for damn sure.
But Venos is
Dire's
almost
bottom
up.
tower
We won't
is
see the
under
Midas
attack.
mech that we see 8 Mother do so often.
Well, I feel like Shotchlo's recovered pretty well. His lane started off very, very poor, and as 8 Mothers moved around and helped secured kills in other lanes, that's given Shotchlo the space he needs to go for this Aghanims. But It's definitely not as scary without the Midas, and some of it is because of that experience. Part of what makes that Aghanim's Poison Nova so scary is getting level 16 as quickly as possible.
So will be a blink coming out from Era.
Okay.
And they also have a lot of tools to deal with the Ag's Venom ulti. They have Viper with his corrosive skin, Rubik with his null field, Slark with passive regeneration, and LC with the active regeneration.
Smoke from PR. They're going to wrap around the mid. Blink on the Bat Rider. Finds Seal Kid. He'll pull him into the middle of nowhere, and they get a quick pick on the Grand Magus. Hanskin purged. As soon as he TP's in, they may have a go at it. Cask flying through, but no bounces. Hanskin still alive. Now Slark coming in. Jumps on an S. It's a death ward, but Era has the Shadow Dance. Will find the kill there. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jonas finds a solo duel onto the Shadow Demon. Gets a bit more bonus damage to his name as they make it a 1-for-2 in the mid and punish the aggression from the Power Rangers.
I mean, they're trying to make space for a fight, but they just don't have an escape plan.
Radiant's
The
middle
Slark
tower is
did
under
come
attack.
as a surprise with his Blink Dagger, but I mean, LC does not have one, and they should not be able to return with that many kills. But they are, which is very, very worrisome. And as you said, they have 2-3 heroes that are getting farm, and they have the farming tools in the Midas. The Might Eye.
The Might Eye. AM will get his Battle Fury here. 17 minutes. Definitely not the best timing. Dityara hoping for something a little bit better. Only about 1,500 net worth behind the Viper, but if this keeps up, closing that gap will be very difficult. Does he have any stacks to retreat to? He does not. Bat Rider's cleared out his jungle, so it's not even like the AM can turbo farm now with a couple of big fatties.
No ancient stacks.
Well, for the Radiant, the Die are working on a fatty of their own. Double Drakes and a set of Thunder Hides. NiP just making all the right moves. Yeah, efficiency around the map, and PR just looks so strong in game one, and how the mighty have fallen. The ninjas in pajamas, they came to play today. Here we go up top. Era hops in onto Dityara, just pokes him, gives him the shiv to the kidneys. And Ditya will just blink into the tree line. No TP scroll. And
Jonas fan is looking for him.
yeah, still no blink for Jonas.
Oh, he's going to see him.
Oh, Jonas does not have the damage to solo him in a duel, I don't think. But if he can just trap him and Eric can come over, they can definitely make this happen. Here we go. Blink over the tree line. Duel on to Dityara. It's an easy pick on the anti-mage. We got a winner. Buy her a chicken dinner.
LC. 0, 4, and 5, but I feel like her game impact has been fairly significant.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
thus
30
far.
damage at 19 minutes is pretty good for LC. And if this keeps up, Jonas will have a lot of damage come that mid-game.
It's a fantastic idea for them to sacrifice Legion Commander's life for anti-mage.
Definitely.
But that's only if they can control the Shadow Demon. But if Shadow Demon is not there, not a big problem for them.
Yeah.
And Slark is well on his
Dire's
way to
middle
carry
tower
town.
is under
2-0 and 2. Yasha complete.
structures
These
are
supports are food
fortified.
for him. Venno is also food.
Yep. And now Blink is up on Jonas, so long-range
Dire's
initiation from the
bottom
LC.
tower is under
All that
attack.
was without a Blink Dagger. Just going to get more difficult from there. Handskin on the Lion. 19 minutes
Cheshire
in.
Cat smoked up
Oh.
on bottom.
Yep, he's closing in on a Blink. This is your ideal target. The tower goes down. No deny from Handskin. He'll get caught in the lasso. There's the 4-staff, and this will be an easy kill on the Lion. But 4-hero rotation. Yeah, just a quick pick on the support. If he had denied the tower, that would have not made it worth it, but help would justify it, I guess.
Jonas fan waiting for a duel on bottom. I think he's strong enough to kill
Dire's
anti-mage
bottom
at this
tower
point.
is under attack.
With the 30 damage, maybe. Oh, somebody's coming on down. Is that Era? Yep, sure is. Slark's a cruising. And the Blink brothers are in town. Yeah, can't really call LC a brother, but the Blink duo, they're ready to rock. Yasha on Slark and a Yasha on Viper. Both carries able to go this rather greedy build. Midas and Yasha, two great farming tools. Now starting to come online.
Radiant's top tower is under
Shachlo
attack.
has the Aghanims, also level 11 on the Venomancer, but still haven't really seen him get active with it. 0, 2, and 3. I don't think we've seen an upgraded Nova yet.
I don't believe so. And 8 Mother's just farming the wards in mid. Look at him. He's
Yep.
just straight right-clicking them all down.
I mean, he's pretty damn strong right now. Him and Slark topping the net worth charts and feeling very comfortable. Use that Midas and secure the #1 seat. Anti-Mage, he's farming up top. While his team will set up a kill in the mid. They go on to 8 Mother. Last time this did not work out, but they'll have the damage this go round. A much needed kill on that Viper. NS going to be the breadwinner, gets the credit for the kill, and ends the mega kill streak.
They have wards on the top lane. Looks like Zyori.
Oh, Era finds him. Dark Pact will not connect. And LC just couldn't get there in time. Has a duel available. Maybe they can go back in here. Seneco's nearby. But as is NS, Era's going to bump into him. NS in trouble of getting soloed down. Jonas pops out of the tree line. That's another duel victory. 44 damage at 21 minutes. Just look at these dire wards. They only one down on the high ground right now, but giving a lot of vision. You can see Era knows exactly what's going on up top. If Seneco pokes his way over, may go for a kill. He saw the smoke under the ward. This should not be a surprise to NiP. Era going to hold his ground for now and will not reveal the smoke.
They've been just doing a great job of constantly pressuring the anti-mage lane.
Double damage.
Yep. How is AM's farm improving? He goes for the Vlads now. So he's getting there, but he's not really closing that net worth gap. They will smoke into the Roche pit, though. Dire are not privy. Looking at their ward coverage, they do have one down. They are nearby, though. Handskin on the other side of the pit. I'm not sure how suspicious they are about this. This is a very risky play from PR, but in this situation, I think they need to take a risk.
Yeah, the unexpected medallion pickup from Shadow Demon. I'm not sure how long he's had it, but
like
definitely good
5
for this.
minutes or so, yeah. Roche falling very quickly. NiP so close. They're so nearby and could still potentially punish it once the text pops up and they see that Roche has actually gone down. Rubik going to walk his way over. Roche goes down. Anti-Mage grabs the Aegis. Seal Kid on his way in. Will not find anyone. So, good play from PR. Steps in the right direction. At least Anti-Mage now has a second life.
He needs his Manta style ASAP so he can start killing supports like Slark has been doing.
Yep. And Manta now up on the Viper. S and Y coming out for the Slark. Two great combative items. Solid stats there. And with that, Shadow Demon picks up a gem. I feel like it's a pretty early gem pickup for Power Rangers.
Radiant's
He was sitting on a
bottom
fair
tower
amount of
is
gold,
under
and Shadow Demon doesn't really need that many items in this particular matchup. Like a 4-step's not going to save your anti-mage from a duel.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think a mech will either. Most of the times a 4-step
Radiant's
is
bottom
superior,
tower is
but
under
in
attack.
this game, I think getting the D ward so that they can protect Illidan's farm. Yeah, it's a little late to do so, 24 minutes in, but
Who's carrying the gem? Oh, Bat Rider's got it. Okay. All right. Well, they'll get a little bit of vision control. They need to de-ward this high ground here. This is the pesky ward that's making NiP just feel very safe around the map. Just based on the
Radiant's
pressure they've
bottom
put, this
tower
ward
is
is just
under
giving them
attack.
so much intel in terms of
oh, he might
the
lasso Seal
movements.
Kid in mid if he pushes up the
He's
hill.
thinking about it. Seal Kid
Dire's top
stealing
tower
Plague
is
Ward,
under
just going to put him down. Cheshire Cat,
Dire's structures
He
are
wants this.
fortified.
but it could be costly. There is some support nearby. And he is the gem carrier. This is not the time for Cheshire Cat to take a risk with this freshly picked up gem, unless he's pretty much positive he can get a clean kill.
Dire's top tower has
Top tier
fallen.
1 goes down by the Dire, and
Radiant's
Handskin
middle
will show
tower
himself, and I
is
think that
under
will
attack.
quell the Bat's aggression. But it will not quell NiP's. All 5 rotating towards the mid. Shotchlo on his way in. PR could get jumped on here. There it is. Duel onto Shotchlo. Nice defensive disruption. Buys him some time. He will still go down. Dityaron, Cheshire Cat coming on in. LC doing some work now. The Death Ward from the Witch Doctor doing a lot of damage. Who's going to come out ahead? It's huge damage on both sides of the coin, but it is NiP. They bring down the Aegis. They get the tier 1 tower. Anti-Mage does manage to blink away, but Seneco not going to be so lucky. The poison from 8 Mother locks him down. Era does the damage, and it's a triple kill for the Viper. A 1 for 4, plus the Aegis. NiP come out swinging.
Man, Handskin with that hex on the anti-mage as soon as he blinked in. That was
Radiant's
huge.
middle tower
Yeah.
is under
And
attack.
They're going to get 2 towers out of this trade also.
And they lost the gem that they just picked up.
Fresh
Radiant's
gem,
middle tower
2
has
towers in the
fallen.
mid, and a 1 for
Dire's
4,
top
and the
tower is
Aegis.
under attack.
NiP. 7,500 net worth and about 10,000 experience in their favor. Lion, the proud owner of Seneco's
Radiant's
gem.
middle tower is under
Era with
attack.
another 2,500 gold, and 8 Mother with 3,200. If he wants a heart, he's well on his way. LC didn't get the dual damage that go around, but has a blade mail completed. So still feeling pretty good as this Legion commander. And down bottom may have a go at Zyori. Has the blade mail on. Does he actually have the damage to do this? Jonas will solo the anti-mage, roast him and toast him. It's a fucking shake and bake in the bottom lane as Jonas bringing down the hurt.
So Slark can kill anyone but anti-mage, and LC can kill anybody, one-on-one.
Yep.
And no one can feel safe anymore after that.
Oh, Bat Rider jumps onto Jonas, lassos him onto the high ground. Shotchlow's nearby, but he will get off the blade mail, returning a fair bit of damage. We'll see Jonas totally isolated, nowhere to go, and we'll get locked down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, though, NiP pressing forward. They'll dive to tier 2, forces the TP to cancel as Era gets very aggressive, diving even further, knows the Witch Doctor's nearby, but won't be able to close the gap, and instead we'll have to settle for the tower.
It's so easy for them to fight without anti-mage up. I guess they might be scared of the Venomancer. We have unexpected her damage a lot.
Hex onto NS, but they'll telekinesis him away, actually. Now the okay. Sort of an awkward way for PR to do this, but they will TP the tower. Now they want to fight. NiP on the back foot. Can they get away unscathed? It would seem so. Cheshire Cat blinks forward. Anti-Mage on his way in. It's 8-Mother in the front lines. He ain't scared of nobody. He's going on in. Zyori isolated. Will be able to blink back to his friends. Coconut flying around, stunning up the Dire side. And 8-Mother will actually back out a little bit here. He's picked up that Reaver. Went to his head a little bit, and they will back out. Respects the damage of the Power Rangers as they are forced to retreat. A good hold from PR. They keep that tier 2 tower standing, but still a very mild victory across the slew of negatives here in front of him.
I mean, what does Anti-Mage get to win him the game? He needs
Basher.
Manta style.
Well, Manta first, but after that,
I don't even know. Like, if he gets Butterfly, he gets Hex and dies.
yeah.
If he doesn't get Butterfly, he'll get owned by LC. And eventually Era with a blink.
BKB, I want to say, but they still have so much to go through it. This is a really tough game for the Anti-Mage at this point. 58 damage on the LC with a Blade Mail. What item can he get that'll keep him safe from the LC in a man mode fight? I guess evasion if it's just the LC, but the Hex just totally counters it.
BKB Lincolns.
BKB Lincolns. Ultra defensive. Bat Rider blinks over the tree line. Handskins there. Hexes him. Hits him with a stun. Gives him the finger. But they don't have the damage to secure the kill. Cask won't bounce. Flame Break actually helps the line out a little bit. Death Ward committed. And I don't think Lion's going to die here. Cheshire Cat on his way forward. Perhaps wants to find somebody with his lasso. Seal Kid. Telekinesis on to Zyori. He will get left behind, but the rest of his team will be able to make it out. Minimal casualties for that awkward position of NiP. Making some space for Era to continue racking up the farm.
Top tower is under attack.
He is so fat.
Yep. It looks like perhaps a Scotty around the corner for the Slark. Ultimate Orb and 2,300 gold.
He's 30 behind in last hits, but still 3,000 gold ahead of Anti-Mage.
PR, Shotchlow, and Jonas. They're going to have a little love tap in the trees. Jonas gets juked out by the Blink Dagger. They don't know where the Veno is. He doesn't have a TP for 15. They might still be able to find him here. Does Era blink into the tree line? I think they saw he had a TP scroll and probably just assumed he made it out. Yep, looks like it. Okay.
Illusion.
I think PR, if they keep getting Roshans, I think they're still in this game, but that's asking for a lot.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, no, shame. I always fuck that up. They're not going to get fooled again. That's what I'm trying to say.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
You got it.
Close enough.
You got it. I'm not going to get fooled. That's basically what I'm getting at here. Shotshot, look at this cheeky bastard. Hanging out in the trees, putting some wards down, just intercepting the creep wave.
That's some X-Freedom stuff right there.
Yeah, and then just TP's out. That's snaky devil. Okay, 8-Mother carrying around the gem. He does have the heart completed. Viper with 2,600 HP here at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah. I think at this point they can actually kind of bait with anti-mage illusions. Like defensively disrupt and then send them in. They might blow a duel or a blink hex on Lion, and then after that they can try and clean up. I think that might be a good way to approach one fight. I mean, after that it might be like, same thing, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. But I think they have to go for some sort of play like that. They're falling
Dyer's
behind in
under
terms of
attack.
farm, and they're definitely falling behind in terms of map control because NiP has the
bottom
gem.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, Era really close to his Scotty. Actually has it now once he gets a turn with the Courier.
Dyer's
Anti-Mage will
top
finish
tower
off the
has
top
fallen.
tier 2 tower.
Radiant's
Get
bottom
a little
tower
gold
has
boon there for
fallen.
Power Rangers. But Viper
Dyer's
strikes
middle
back at the
tower
bottom
is
and
under
trades tier
attack.
2 for tier 2. Dityara does have his Manta style now, so finally the Anti-Mage is kind of online and can start doing some damage. Lion blinks forward, looking for a stun, won't find it. Shotchlo blinks back, playing with fire here. Veil of Discord is completed on the Veno. Era, he hops forward, goes right onto Shotchlo, connects with the Pounce. The duel will stop the TP at the very last second. More damage going the way of the LC, and the rest of PR just scatter to try and make it out. Dityara will survive. But more damage on the LC now, and that's a Scotty on old Slark.
He knows they have a ward on the high ground. What an annoying hero to play against if you're PR. They're relying on map vision, Veno wards to just buy time for an anti-mage so he can close this gap somehow. I mean, he actually scales, I think, better with items, but it's not good if there are 2 heroes ahead of you as a free-farming anti-mage.
Yeah. The other issue is that they have a couple more cores. You know, they've got LC, Slark, and Viper, and PR pretty much just have the anti-mage. I guess Veno is a core who is doing a lot of damage with the Veil and the Aghanims, very close to level 16, about 1 creep away. But NiP looking pretty good as we start.
Looks like they don't want to give up the next Roshan. Seal Kid's just sitting in there. Usually that's a role designated for couriers, but Seal Kid more than happy to
just relegated to Courier. Well, Roche will be up here in just about a minute's time, so won't have to waste too much of his valuable presence here around the map. I don't even, can PR even really contest Roche that well if they wanted to? Maybe if Veno gets off a huge ultimate, hits Veil on like all 5, then I guess they could.
That thing does a ton of damage, especially since he's 16 now. Oh, here they go with the smoke.
Yeah, it won't be easy. They know the Roche time. They're on their way in. BKB up on the Bat Rider, fresh 10-second charge, and now a Shadow Blade on Jonas. It has not been revealed yet and could potentially catch PR off guard. They have their sets. Sight on Era, who is farming the lane. Oh, the blink forward from the Bat Rider. Zealkid's there. Telekinesis. He won't get hit by the Gale, but Dityara hops in, mantas, and brings down the Grand Magus.
Close.
Yes, sir.
That would have been a big pick since Era doesn't have buyback. And then they could get the Roche.
Yeah, Shadow Demon picks up a Blink Dagger off the back of that, and Roche has respawned. That's Roche too.
That's why the pre-Roche huddle is mandatory.
And, oh, LC finds a pick-off onto the Shadow Demon. NS probably going to go down as well. It's a double damage rune on LC. Oh, my gosh. The luck Merlini. One of the best runes to find at this stage of the game. Cheshire Cat almost had his blink available, but Era hops forward, forces out the 10-second BKB charge, but I don't think it's enough. Viper Strike is there from 8 Mother. Cheshire Cat dies through the BKB. PR, they trade kind of 1 for 3 if you want to count the Rubik to start that off, and now Roche will be fair game for the ninjas in their pajamas.
Viper has heart now. I mean, they can siege high ground fairly soon.
LC, ooh. Getting low. But we'll be able to regen up, fills up the bottle, and hey there, Roche. Hey there, oh there, hi there. This is starting to feel very scary for the Power Rangers. 10,000 gold and experience in the favor of the Dire. Anti-Mage is just not big enough. He needs some roids, man.
And he has no meatheads
Yeah.
to beat NiP down with.
4,000 gold on him. So what is the next item you go on Anti-Mage here? Do you try for a Butterfly? Do you try for the Basher? You got to pick something.
Heart's not bad.
Heart, just go raw HP and try and outlast?
I don't think he can go Basher. He could also go BKB. I would say BKB,
Okay.
Heart, or Butterfly.
Yeah.
But
I feel like of all those, the Heart makes the most sense. They just have some, like the Viper Strike and the duel with the BKB make it a lot more difficult. There's the BKB. So you will go for Magic Immunity. LC.
it won't protect him from LC, though.
Ooh. It will or won't?
It will not, but it will prevent a lot of the blade mail damage. But I
Yes.
think he'll still get locked down and just die. Viper struck during the ultimate.
Yeah, it's the Viper that really just counteracts what he's trying to achieve with that BKB. And Viper still so damn farmed. 3,700 gold up on him after he's picked up that Heart.
The Death Ball in full force.
Yep.
4 heroes headed down mid.
Yeah, they sure are smoked up, and their 5th not going to join him for now. Who is it back there? Oh, good old Viper. farming away in the jungle. The Radiant, they're trying to set a trap at the top lane, but NiP just have no interest in pushing that area of the map right now. Looking for a pick off with their smoke, and PR is nowhere in sight.
So Nico does have Blink Dagger now, so maybe he can get off some clutch.
Oh, Era goes right to the top lane, finds Dityara. Will be forced to use the ultimate and doing some decent damage to the anti-mage. He has the Scotty. Needs to be careful. Seneko hiding in the trees the whole time. Mana Break is there. No, it's Mana Void. Jesus. Aegis will go down. Era coming back up and won't be able to find any kind of recovery kills. Mid lane, Shotchlo caught by a Viper Strike. NS is there, throws out the stun. 8 Mother with the Manta dodge. Nicely done. Shotchlo still in some trouble. LC's there with the Blade Mail duel. Another winner. NS now slowed, caught by a poison attack from 8 Mother. It'll be a fast 2-0 in the mid. And now NiP perhaps look towards high ground, buyback status. Witch Doctor has it, Venno does not. Is this a high ground push, Merlini?
They can beat on it. No Venno wards. I think that's the main thing that you're worried about. I guess you're kind of worried about Batrider ultimate, but in a 5-on-3 situation, probably
You
not.
know, Mana Void's still on cooldown, though, so you can feel a little bit more safe. And there we go. Batrider grabs 8 Mother, pulls him into the tier 4s. Dityara drops the hammer, gets the kill. Witch Doctor even buys back for this, and that will repel the ninjas in their pajamas.
Radiant's top
4-on-4, Cheshire Cat pushing out. Disruption will stop the Lion, and definitely going to fall 4 stabs away, but still gets stunned up.
Nice recovery for PR.
Yep, good little hold there. Nice skirmish. The buyback from Witch Doctor kind of counteracts the gold gain as a team, but still a good hold. Tier 3 tower with a lot of HP still standing.
LC, Shadow Bladed up, looking for a kill on Dityara.
Oh, there it is. Can he get it, though? Dityara with the fast reaction. Nicely played. LC with plus 112 damage, 37 minutes in. Really starting to hit hard here. Another 3,000 gold up. Mid lane, Seal Kid. Oh, gosh. Obliterated after the setup from the Shadow Demon. Power Rangers starting to strike back a little bit, but it's just these minor pickoffs here and there. They need a lot more of those to really start clawing their way back into this game. They will force out a Glyph as the Tier 1 tower mid takes heavy pressure.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Power Rangers looking for their options, and they've found a couple. AM is now taken over as the #1 farmer in this game. Another 3,500 gold up since he picked up that BKB, which is still sitting
Dire's
pretty
middle
at its
tower
10-second
is under
duration.
attack.
8 Mother has an MKB coming out. Actually has enough gold for it if he wants it.
NS is going to need another Scepter to carry this game.
Yep, you think so?
I think so.
Well, not really that close. He's got himself the Ogre Club, but he's getting there down bottom. Uh-oh, duel onto Cheshire Cat. Another bout of bonus damage for Jonas. That puts him up to 130.
You should have stopped when you
Oh,
lost.
my. How do you stop the LC at this point?
I like the Shadow Blade pickup. I think it's been heavily underutilized this patch just because Blink Dagger has been the main focus, but it's actually really good at catching out Blink Dagger since you'll almost always get the jump. You can just right-click them so they can't proc their Blink Dagger, and it's especially nice for LC, who's just constantly looking for weak heroes to duel, and he can duel all 5 heroes right now in a solo situation and get kills. It's also nice for the cheeky plays that PR have in the trees.
Yeah.
Not that NiP, Ninjas in Pajamas might be privy to that.
Yeah, there's the MKB completed now on the Viper, and the rest of NiP kind of grouped up in the mid lane here. Lion has Force and Blink, a lot of mobility tools, and Seal Kid with a Blink of his own. And we'll go ahead and grab a new Gem of True Sight. Shadow Blade on LC, looking for some options. She is hungry for blood this game. So what do you get next item on LC? 4,300 gold. Jonas is pulling up for something.
Usually you'll see AC.
Yeah, pretty classic. Attack
Or
speed.
BKB.
Or both.
About BKB.
Attack speed, obviously very synergistic with the LC. One of the reasons the Shadow Blade, I guess as you were talking about, is kind of underutilized a bit. Anything with attack speed is just fabulous on LC.
And minus armor.
Yeah, that too. The whole kit and caboodle, as they say.
She could also just go Tinky build like Heart so that she's not worried about dying. But I think she wants to do damage, keep building damage so she can keep up with the farm and tanky items that AM's going to be going for.
Yeah, you see the Lion kind of just drawing a line across the map here, and not really sure exactly what he's indicating. Perhaps that, I guess that's kind of the line of their ward vision here. All sorts of art on the mini-map. Slark on a solo mission here in the jungle. Fresh BKB on Era, ready to rock and roll. So for NiP, what's the general strategy here? Just keep farming, maybe wait out next Roche, and then look for jumps whenever the opportunity presents it? I mean, how much of a threat is Dityara at the current rate that he's farming to NiP? He's at 6K gold.
I still don't think he's that big of a threat.
No?
Slark can trade out Midas for MKB or Abyssal and just demolish him.
Abyssal is where he wants to go. They've already got an MKB on the Viper. Just get a little more control. Have something to deal with that Black King bar. And there's the full Assault Karas out on the Legion Commander. Lots of attack speed. AM goes into the Basher. So no heart, as you were talking about. Instead, wants some extra damage and some more lockdown to deal with the BKBs that could be coming in the future. Jonas, Shadow Bladed up, but will not find a pickoff. Well, Merlini, things really slowing down here at the tail end of this mid-game. 42 minutes in.
He changes hands.
NiP really want this Aegis.
Yeah, they really do. We'll see how long they'll have to wait here in just a moment. It was a really long respawn earlier. Maybe they will luck out this go-around and get a quick one. For NI or for PR, what are their capabilities to actually contest Roshan looking like?
Batrider. Invendo.
Batrider.
Batrider, dude. He's one of the kings of Roshan next to Elder Titan.
He is. Yeah, he's up there. He does have his BKB still. I'm asking Madness was picked up by the Bat, so getting himself some more mobility tools. Roche, it's going to be another long one, like 250, close to the max. Well, buckle your seatbelt. You'll see some more farming here for the next few minutes. Seatbelt's ready.
Haste.
AM now with his BOTs as the Batrider picks up his haste rune. And everybody just kind of cycling on through. Seneko farming the enemy jungle. He's pretty safe with his anti-mage nearby. AM closing in onto that relic. Probably at this point wants to pull for buyback before he goes to that big item upgrade, though.
They need Abyssal on Slark, I think, just to catch out the anti-mage quickly and without Lion being able to own them.
Oh, LC finds one. No, it's Cheshire Cat that finds him. He's got the gem. Jonas taking a lot of damage as Dityara comes in with the Manta Split. Jonas will get off the Blade Mail, returning as much damage as he can, but just doesn't have any mana to spare to connect with a duel or make it happen. Not prepared for the gem that was in the inventory of that Batrider. And that's actually a pretty big streak going for Anti-Mage here. LC down for 76, will respawn in time to fight at Roche. Again, more luck for NiP around that Roche pit in his timer, man.
PR's getting there. Anti-Mage has finally reclaimed that worth #1, but he is very close to being 6-slotted. Needs to wait for... Actually, he has...
Well, I mean, he can dump the Vlads and then go into...
What does he go for, though? Heart?
I think it has to be the heart.
Butterfly?
Butterfly is...
I think Butterfly Abyssal is just so good. You have so much attack speed.
Yeah, I guess it's not
damage.
just about the evasion for the
Dire's
Butterfly. It
bottom
really
tower
does
is
give you a
under
lot of
attack.
damage, but... I don't know. I guess if they can shut down 8 Mother, perhaps.
I mean, it's difficult. I think they need like a really farmed Batrider to like Ghost Scepter and Scythe.
Set up down bottom. Dityara goes in, gets hexed. Now the defensive disruption comes out. Slark goes right onto Seneko. They'll lose their Lion, but Anti-Mage could be in trouble. Will blink into the tree line. TP's home. He'll be okay. 1 for 1. Support for support.
So it looks like they probably want to do a Roshan on the back of this, knowing that Anti-Mage likely TP'd all the way back to base. But as you said, 250 plus-ish Roshan respawn timer. Very unlucky for them.
Batrider finds Jonas here. Jonas preemptively uses the Blade Mail, but will not get initiated on, using the Dire Courier just to scout out Roche. They know it's got to be up soon, and indeed it will be in just a matter of seconds. Now the BOTs come out for Viper to open up that inventory slot. Still hanging on to that Hand of Midas. Got to farm. And Abyssal finally completed for Anti-Mage. Just pull enough gold to make sure that he can buy back. LC walks right into it. The Poison Nova, a complete airball. And now with Roche respawning, they can feel a lot more safe doing this, knowing that the Agged Poison Nova is no longer on the table. Remember, this is Roche 3. That yummy, yummy Gouda going to come into play.
There's really no chance of stopping this. PR just don't have the map control. They have a gem, but Batrider can't venture there alone. And they don't really want to pull Anti-Mage from farming to help them 5-man and ward, but at some point I think they need to.
Roshan
Pretty
has
soon here.
fallen to the Dire.
So Roche dies to the Dire. Courier will pick up the Midas. Aegis goes to 8 Mother. And Era's the one to grab the cheese here. So perhaps this is what NiP were waiting for to try and end this game. PR will smoke up and try and get the better of them as NiP grew up in the mid. It's going to be a good old-fashioned wraparound here, Merlini. This could be cataclysmic.
For whom?
Well, PR not doing what I thought. Are they going to try and base race this? Or did they just not? They see that MIP are pushing mid. They're going to go straight for the top and try and pull him back through some aggression.
Is under attack.
I don't know. This feels very risky to me here,
Dire's
Merlini.
top tower is under attack.
Dityara hexed up at the base. A TP on the way in. Hanskin there with the stun, but Sineko, beautiful disruption, does disjoint it. And it looks like the AM will be enough pressure for NiP to completely pull back. They do almost kill the tier 3 in the mid. So they do get the better of the exchange. Their tier 3 takes about half damage. Nothing crippling coming out off that.
Game's still looking pretty dicey. If I may say so myself.
NiP still in control, but not able to really seal the deal. Still holding on to a pretty sizable golden experience lead, about 11,000 gold, 14,000 experience.
Maybe if they had a pipe?
Maybe. Never too late for a pipe. Rubik. DC'd, unfortunately. Come on, Seal Kid. I believe in you. Your computer can do it. What a time to DC. Anti-Mage now level 25. Was pooling up that buyback gold. 3,500 total on him. Has one item slot remaining. Witch Doctor kind of closing in on the Ags. One piece away, but still about 1,000 gold to go. Is that a game changer here? An NS Ags?
They don't have that many ways to interrupt it.
What do we have? Lion, Telekinesis, Duel. Yeah. How much?
Abyssal, LC ult, Bash.
Is the Abyssal... Do they have an Abyssal?
I mean,
Oh, yeah, just
think
possibilities.
Slark will get one.
Okay, I see where you're
MKB
coming
from Viper.
Oh, yeah, the MKB. That's a big one. Yeah, that mini bash.
I mean, Slark is sitting at 6,800 gold.
Ouch. God, he's got 7,000. He's so bloody rich. NiP now pressing forward once more, still with Aegis and Cheese. And this time PR not going to be able to split push as well as they did last time. Anti-Mage pushing in the bottom, but there is still a tier 2 tower standing. Backdoor protection, waiting for the creeps. And the paralyzing cast going to clear up these illusions. Now initiation onto 8 Mother. BKB used by the Batrider, but it gets cleansed by the LC. They press the attack. Tier 3 tower goes down. Now without the Batrider lasso, this may be a bit more difficult. Disruption comes in. Dityara trying to set this up. Era the target of choice. Death Ward from NS off to the side. Era in a lot of trouble. He's got the cheese. Will he have to eat it? No. BKB Shadow Dance keeps him alive as NiP back out. Barracks stay standing now. Hex initiation onto shot slows. The follow-up damage there, a finger. Viper laying in the auto attacks. Defensive disruption keeps him alive. Dityara off to the side. Duel on Jonas. If they can take down Ditya here, this could bode well. Buyback instantly on the Anti-Mage. 8 Mother still with the Aegis, trying to get aggressive. Okay to burn it right here. Tries to pull Batrider out of the base, but it's Hanskin. Stunned by Dityara as the hammer gets dropped from above. And it will be NiP forced to retreat. Lion does buy back. Seal Kid with a telekinesis, 9 HP, able to blink away. Anti-Mage in hot pursuit, but he's stolen the blink. He's going to live. He's keeping the Anti-Mage away from the battle. Now he's isolated. I've lost track of him. There he is. Hex, he's in trouble. Era doing a lot of damage. Seal Kid, he's ready to reinitiate. They've already killed the Batrider. Dityara will make it out while they're distracting him. 8 Mother is just destroying Power Rangers. I mean, Jonas, yeah. Power Rangers is getting destroyed. That is the moral of the story here, Merlini.
Well, Illidan narrowly manages to escape a second death, but his team is not so
Illidan?
lucky.
Who the fuck is Illidan?
Sorry, not Illidan. Dityara. I'm too used to Illidan playing Anti-Mage. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God. 8 Mother in the front lines. Mid lane of Barracks in a lot of trouble. There's the glyph from PR. Running low on buybacks at this point. They've got one on Shadow Demon. That's it. Witch Doctor up in 10. He does have an ultimate. Melee barracks fall. Ranged stay standing. NiP will back out after this.
Radiant's
Butterfly
middle
on the way for the
has fallen.
Viper. Ooh, chaotic. A lot of buybacks used, 2 on each side, but it will be NiP that once more come out ahead.
Viper reaching 6-slot territory. Anti-mage. I guess, I mean, he might want to sub his Vlads out for an MKB to deal with the Viper, but he also has to deal with the Slark and the LC.
Yeah. This is that stage in the game where you want someone else to have that Vlad's really so we can get the aura and open up that slot. Well, the good news for PR is they got rid of the Aegis and the cheese, I do believe. Is the cheese eaten? Yep, Slark did have to. Butterfly's also up on Slark, like you were talking about. 8 mothers.
Getting the buybacks
around
were
the
a
corner.
big deal, though. Getting the buyback on Viper in particular.
But Anti-Mage bought back also, so didn't come for free. Still a pretty even trade on the buyback front. And 50 minutes in, 1 lane of barracks is not crippling. They're going to need a few more to seal the deal here. NiP not out of the clear yet.
Yeah, next time NiP push, though, they might have to worry about like the lasso into the fountain.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they only have 1 Force Staff on their side on the Bat Rider. And I mean, that's one of the hardest parts about breaking high ground against a Bat, is when you have those double, triple Force Staffs and your team has to run way past the T3.
PR starting to back up once more. There's still 2 Tier 2 towers standing for NiP. Now the double Butterfly. And absolutely no way for the Radiant to deal with it. No Hex, no MKBs. That is so much EHP on NiP since the last fight. Dig Urai's going to walk right into it. Hex from Lion into the dual defensive disruption from Saniko. He'll pay. Dig Urai will still go down. That should be the nail in the coffin. Instant buyback on the Shadow Demon. AM out of the game for 2 whole minutes.
Wow. That's kind of ironic because that's where PR ended up winning.
You're right, the game-winning chrono in Game 1.
Yeah, it's right around that.
Oh,
right around
my
that
God.
bend. That was where their Observer Ward was.
We shall declare this the Hill of Many Deaths. NiP now looking towards the high ground. There is no glyph for PR. This will be a difficult hold. Bat Rider's not even in the base. He says, fuck it. I'm going for the Tier 3s. Boots of Travel on cooldown for 20 seconds. He is the key facet to their defense, and they will not have it. PR crumbling, will be relegated to the loser's bracket as Era solos the top Tier 3 tower. The rest of his team clearing out the bottom lane of barracks. It's 2 lanes to 0. And, yep, Era's going to get the Tier 3. I think this is GG here, Merlini. PR going to hang into the bitter end, but another duel from Jonas secures the kill onto the Shadow Demon. Shotchlow taking too much damage. The Venomancer dies. NS turned into a frog, splattered. Bat Rider wants something on the 8 Mother, but nope, not going to find the kill. Yeah, there he goes. Goes down, but it doesn't matter. GG is called. Power Rangers, after a slugfest of a series, will go down 2-1. NiP taking it. And I think that's exactly what I predicted.
Good work.
What a series, Merlini. What a series indeed.
NiP showing they have a lot of oomph.
Yes, a lot of oomph indeed. We're joined again by Cuddle Guy and Gods. If Gods will lower his microphone so we can hear those sweet, sweet words. Boys, a long series. How are we feeling?
I'm pretty good, man. We had to wait to the end of the day to see a series like that, but we certainly got it. And boy, oh boy.
That chrono was the highlight for me.
Game one, definitely the standout game in this series. So close, and just that one little misplay. And NiP. Wow. So 2-1. That means NiP will be going to the semifinals coming up tomorrow in, I think, the second heat. And that puts Power Rangers down to the loser's bracket. Coming up tomorrow, it'll be NiP playing, Asus Polar. Yes, on the lower portion. And then Na'Vi Empire will be in the upper portion. So big matches coming up tomorrow. And you can see the results from today's game.